Joining us now in studio is former Indianapolis Mayor Greg Ballard. In 2007, Mr. Ballard became the 47th mayor, and he went on to serve for 2 terms for the city of Indianapolis. We used to see you all the time, daily. Thank you so much for getting up early and coming in with us today.
It was a pleasure. I very much appreciate it.
Yes, well, I was so excited to see, some of the work that you've been doing, and one of it is this new book. So congratulations on your new book. It is called The Urban Mayor, My Story, and it's just out. So I guess the first most obvious question where we're launched today is, why write a book?
That's a great point. Actually, it all started when a couple of my chiefs of staff and another prominent member of the administration asked me to kind of document what we did, because what we did and how we did it was so different than what they had previously experienced. So it was left up to me, since I was more retired than they were.
How long did it take you to write?
It took me about 3 years, two solid years of writing, and an editing process with IU Press in the last year.
Yeah. So were you taking a log throughout your whole time to help with this process?
I had some notes, but actually it was newspaper clippings and other printouts that we had, and also some campaign materials that had collected what we had accomplished.
Yeah. Okay. So when you first entered the public scene, I mean, we remember it well, largely regarded as a surprise mayor. You ran kind of a low-key grassroots campaign. Entering politics, of course, you had lots of experience. You had a 25-year career with the Marines. Have you been able to kind of shake off that image? Like, hey, I was the mayor for quite some time, and there's other accolades I've been able to have to my resume.
Well, the mayor was pretty good, pretty good part of the resume, but actually it was difficult in the beginning. I mean, I had a good career in the Marines, no question about it, but the low-key campaign was due to necessity. I had no money. I couldn't do anything else. So I had to go talk to neighborhood groups and business groups, and kind of under the radar, because the normal campaign wasn't going to work for me, and it became pretty clear within a month or so.
So we are in a deep political divide in our country right now, and you definitely had success. You enjoyed success as a Republican mayor in a Democratic area. What's the secret? What's the advice for our nation now?
Well, that's a great question, but I'm optimistic. I think things tend to be cyclical, and we're kind of in a down period right now, what I would consider a down period. But we've been through worse things in our country before. For those who lived through the 60s, I think the 60s were much worse than anything we're going through right now. But I do want people at the federal level to start talking to each other. They used to, just 40 years ago, the Democrats and Republicans would go out to dinner together. They're not doing that anymore, and I think part of that is gerrymandering, to be frank with you. The main election now is the primary, it's not the general election. People had to come to the center to win the general election. Not so much anymore. It's the primary because of gerrymandering. This
redistricting has been a top issue. Of course, we had the Indiana and Texas lawmakers discussing in Chicago about this very issue. Where do you stand on it?
I think all that's silly. I think we've had a norm in this country for a long time to do it after the census, and I think that served us well, and I think we should stay right there.
You make a point about making sure that you do things that are right and not politically popular. How have you seen that play out when you go with that mantra?
The funny thing is that proved to be politically popular. I mean, it was different, certainly. We looked at the politics or the messaging at the end of the decision-making process, which is completely different. Like I say, we did it differently. But that proved to be popular, and I think people, within 4 or 5 years, people really trusted what we were doing. They may have disagreed with it, but they knew we were doing it for the right reasons, so they let us do it.
Real quickly as we wrap up, biggest success as mayor, you would say, would be what?
Oh, creating a new generation of leadership for the city and the state.
Yeah, and biggest regret?
I would have liked to have the Criminal Justice Center get done under my watch, or at least the way we did it. But it got done, so I'm happy about that.
Is there a future for Republicans in our urban areas?
It's going to be very, very difficult here in the near future, because we don't message well. The federal rhetoric on ethnicities and immigrants makes it very, very tough in the cities.
All right. If you want to read more, you're just going to have to pick up the book, so we're going to leave it there. Urban Republican Mayor, My Story by Greg Ballard. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Anne Marie. Appreciate it.
Very best to Winnie. I'm not used to seeing you without her.
I know.
Yes, you guys are a good team.
We are. Thank you.
Yes, Greg Ballard. Thank you.
Thank you.